here at the Nike opening regional in Orlando. Rahshaun Smith, IMG Academy. Rahshaun, what does it mean to be able to come out here and compete for a shot at the opening?
It's definitely a blessing, it's a great opportunity, I give all thanks to God. Blessed to be able to come out here and be able to evaluate myself with some of the best athletes around, and I take a lot from this, I take the things I do well, the things that I need to work on, I take those things back to IMG, I work on those for the spring and to get ready for my season.
What do you think the best part of your game is? What are you really trying to show out here today?
A lot of people, I would say on this end don't see me as, they still see me as a DN, and I'm just coming out here today to show, how well I can play linebacker and the versatility I have.
Gotcha. As far as recruiting, what schools are on you the most right now?
Clemson is on me hard, Alabama's on me hard, Florida State is on me hard, Miami's on me hard. Those are just a few right at the top of here.
Those four, are they looking at you as a defensive end or as a linebacker?
Linebacker.
They all want you as a linebacker, guy can rush passer and stand up too. Clemson comes up with you a lot. What is it about Clemson that makes you like them so much?
The visit. I've been to Clemson 3 times now. The first time I went, I was just going on camp. I was just going to camp the first time, and the camp it blew my mind away. Just from the facilities. Because when you hear if you've never been to Clemson, and you hear Clemson, it's like, oh, Clemson, yeah, they good at football. Because that's what I thought. Like, oh, they good at football. That was it. When I went to the camp, it blew my mind away. Everything about it, was definitely a great fit. And going back the second time, I took my mom, and it's hard to compete, with schools when the president of the school comes out and greets himself and talks to you, and he introduces himself to his mom, and what a coincidence is he's from the same city I'm from, and both from Baltimore, Maryland, so we live right like 5 or 10 minutes away from each other, so that was definitely a good thing.
So Clemson did its research then.
Yes, sir.
What coach from Clemson do you have the best connection with?
Coach Venables, but I'm tight with a lot of me and Coach Sweeney. We have a real tight relationship. Me and Coach Venables, me and Coach Elliott, me and Coach Scott, we all have a good relationship.
Would you say Clemson's your leader at this point?
I don't have a leader, but I would just say, they recruit me the hardest and they've done the best job, so far.
Sure. Could you give me one other coach, aside from Clemson, who you have a great connection with?
I would say Coach Azar, Alabama. Coach Azar.
What about them stands out to you?
Coach Azar, he used to be a high school coach back home. And I played against him for 2 years back home when he was coaching at Friendship. And then he went to Alabama, and his first meeting in Alabama, I was the first person he talked about. He told me that. I went down and visited Alabama, definitely felt the love from him. Me and Coach is always about a strong relationship, and we talk about, life things. We talk about real stuff, stuff past football, education and how we're going to succeed in life today.
Let's talk timetables a little bit. What visits do you have coming up?
No visits coming up due to the transition. I'm at IMG. If any teammates get in the car and go, I'm going to just go with them.
Okay, so you just kind of spur of the moment type deal. Any schools trying to get you to come see them this spring?
Pitt wants me to come and see them. Clemson wants me to come back. Alabama wants me to come back. There's a lot of schools want me.
So pretty much everybody wants to get you on campus again. Are you going to be a guy that's going to, take your time and see all the schools and make a, like a signing day decision, or do you want to have it done before your senior year? What's your timetable looking like?
I'm leaving. I graduate early, so I graduate in December. So I mean, in the ideal time, in the perfect world, I want to be committed before my senior year, but I don't want to rush the process, So nothing is in stone. I want to feel the process out, and if God leads me to commit, before my senior year, then I commit before my senior year, but I don't want to rush anything.
All right. Orlando Nike, Rahshaun Smith. Good luck.